There's a number in your bank account, and depending on what that number is, the world treats you like a completely different human being. Same person, same face, same name, but a different number? Different treatment, different access, different rules, and nobody tells you this, not your parents, not school, not your bank. But today I'm going to show you exactly what happens. At $100,000, at $1 million, and at $5 million, and how the game shifts at every single level, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Level 1, $100,000. The world starts taking you seriously. Last year, I was going through my checking account and noticed a $17.50 fee just for keeping it open. I went to the bank, talked to a banker in person, and he looked at my account, looked at me, and said, "Given the assets you hold with us, I can waive that. No problem." That was the moment I realized. The same bank that charges a broke person every single month will pay you back just for having enough. That's how this works. At $100,000, banks stop seeing you as a customer and start seeing you as a client. Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, they all run tiered service systems. Hit $75K to $100K in assets and the treatment quietly shifts. Fee waivers, dedicated support lines, access to wealth managers, lower rates on mortgages and home loans, and honestly, it's not even about the $20 waived fee. It's the signal. The bank is saying, "We value you now." That's a different relationship entirely. Credit, cards, you stop chasing them. They start chasing you. I'm not talking about the basic 1.5% cashback card they mail to everyone. I'm talking about the Chase Sapphire, the Amex Gold, the Capital One Venture X cards with real perks, airport lounges, hotel upgrades, 3 to 4% back in the categories that matter. You didn't apply. They came to you because you now fit the profile they want. Car dealerships? Different game entirely. When you have great credit, a clean financial history, and growing income, the salesman stops disappearing into the back office for 45 minutes. The approval comes fast. The rate comes low, going from a 7% car loan to a 5% car loan on $30,000? That's nearly $2,000 back in your pocket, just from being financially credible. And the way they talk to you? More respect. Less pressure because they know you have options. And they know you know it too. Financial advisors. At $100K, you unlock a human. Below that, you get a robot, an automated phone line, a cookie-cutter PDF. Cross that threshold, and suddenly a real person wants to sit down with you. Now, I'll be honest with you. At $100K, the advisor fee relative to your portfolio is probably too high to be worth it yet. But the point is, the door is open. And that door was locked before. And your friends and family? They won't know your balance, but they'll feel the shift. You stop stressing about splitting the check. You stop panicking about a $1,000 emergency. You become the person in your circle who has their financial life together. Some people will respect that. Some people will resent it. Both reactions tell you everything you need to know. Level 2, $1 million. The doors don't just open. They welcome you in $1 million. This is where the financial world stops being a service. You access and starts being a world that pursues you. Banking at $1 million looks like this. You don't have a bank account anymore. You have a private client program, JP Morgan Private Client, dedicated relationship manager, wealth strategy sessions, invitations to exclusive events, a direct phone number, not a call center, a person. This isn't transactional banking anymore. This is a long-term relationship. Because they want to grow with you, financial advisors. Now they're knocking on your door. Link in messages. Phone calls, free portfolio reviews, invitations to dinners, golf rounds, client appreciation events. And at this level, the math starts to make sense. A 1% advisory fee on $1 million is $10,000 a year, but a great advisor doing real tax strategy, estate planning, and coordination with your CPA, they should be saving you more than that. They should be paying for themselves. Luxury car dealerships? The lobby is nicer. The coffee is better. The salespeople aren't circling you like sharks. You get a free loaner car when yours is being serviced. You might just write a check instead of financing at all. Small things. But they add up to a completely different experience of being alive. And, socially, this is where it gets complicated. People start making assumptions about what you can afford. Family members expect more. Friends pitch business ideas. Some people become uncomfortable around you. Because money creates distance whether you want it to or not. When you stop glancing at prices on a menu, not everyone at the table relates to that. It's not always negative, but it's always different. Level 3. 5 mils and $1,000. The rules change. Legally, this is where things get genuinely different. Not just better service, not just nicer treatment. At $5 million, the actual rules of investing change for you. The SEC has a legal classification called a qualified purchaser. It means you can access investment vehicles that are literally off limits to everyone below this number. Private equity, hedge funds, venture capital, pre-IPO deals in companies before they go public. The average person cannot do this. It is legally blocked for them. At $5 million, those doors unlock. Banking? You're not in the banking division anymore. You're in JP Morgan Private Banking. Goldman Sachs Private Wealth. And they don't just manage money. They manage your life. Concierge services. Private jets. Art Vault Management. A dedicated CFO to run your personal financial infrastructure. You don't go find the bank anymore. The bank finds you. Real estate? Deals that never hit Zillow come to you first. Off-market properties. Developer opportunities. Commercial real estate investment invitations. Agents call you before the listing even goes live. And your social world? It transforms completely. People pitch you startups. Ask for $25K. 50K angel checks. Light you to private investor dinners and charity boards. Your network stops being the one you grew up with and starts becoming the one that gravitates toward your level. And here's the hard truth that comes with all of it. You start having to figure out who's in your life because they genuinely love you and who's there because of the number. Money opens every door, but it also makes you guard which doors you actually want open. 3 levels, 3 completely different worlds. $100,000. Credibility. The system starts respecting you. 1 million thousand. Access. The system starts pursuing you. 5 million thousand. Power. The system starts changing its rules for you. The money itself matters less than what the money represents, which is options, leverage, and the ability to stop asking for things and start having them offered. Now you know how the game is structured. The only question is, which level are you building toward? Drop it in the comments. And if this gave you a new way to see the wealth building game, subscribe. Because there's a lot more where this came from.